This is a recording of the Metroid Prime 2 Trilogy version, 200% walkthrough, played on the normal difficulty. We are going to get 100% items and 100% scans. The game begins with the following message. Mission File 02546. 8 days ago, contact with Galactic Federation Trooper Squad Bravo was lost. Contract Agreement. Locate Federation troopers and render assistance. Data confirmation. Last transmission received from a rogue planet located in the Dasha region called Aether. Uploading last known coordinates now. So I kind of like the setup actually. A missing Galactic Federation Marine troop was en route to a distant planet, and now that Samus has found this planet and traveling to locate this missing troop. Planet Aether, we can see it looks a little bit strange. I mean, there seems to be this swirling aura over it, swirling cloud, purplish. Nice corona there too. And as Samus is traveling through, encountering very turbulent and very violent weather, lightning storms. We can see that lightning has struck Samus' ship. Apparently Samus' shielding for electrical interference is insufficient. It looked like a really serious blast there. And Samus crashes into some sort of cave. I'll say I like this design much better. These look like anti-gravity pads that the ship can rest on. And Samus once again exits her ship at the top. There's some subtle changes to Samus's design. I think she looks a lot more rounded there. Because we're doing all the scans, the first thing we want to do is scan the gunship. Starship, Hunter-class gunship. Vessel registered to Samus Aran. Your ship has been damaged. Auto repair function initiated. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. Your Hunter-class gunship is one of a kind, its distinct hull lines marking it to a friend and foe alike. Custom built for you by the Federation shipyards at Alice 3, it contains a mobile energy recharge system and microfactories designed to produce ammunition. A sophisticated onboard computer stores mission data collected in the field for future reference. Okay. So, with the gunship scanned, so we'll proceed ahead. These are again the targeting things. I suppose we could scan them. Object scan complete. Object contains large quantity of acidic fluid. Fluids may be used by indigenous bioforms for digestive purposes. Shell is vulnerable to weapons fire. This is basically, again, just like the targeting tutorial. Have a look at target that, shoot it with the arm cannon. Here we have some kind of barrier. We can scan it. Unable to interface with door control system. Cannot translate alien text. To access door controls, you will need to update your translator files. Well, that's just... So I guess the only way to go is down here. So this looks like some kind of base. Well, this has seen better days, and there's this kind of green stuff. We can scan this for research. Mechanism. Mark 6 Gate Armored Defense System. This gate is used with armored security locks. The locks must be neutralized for the gate to operate. The gate is durable, resistant to all but the most potent explosives. This gate is used with armored security locks, which must be neutralized to operate the gate. Gate is resistant to all but the most potent explosives, so sometimes that text is duplicated. But the idea is that we gotta scan this. Lock armor disengaged. Destroy locks to activate the gate. So we have these locks, and again we have to destroy them, and now the gate will open. Boy, some remains of what look to be giant insects. Here we have another scan. Security panel online. Gate control system restored. Moving gate to open position. So we'll open this up and we'll have a look to see what's on the other side. And not a whole heck of a lot. Oh, you can scan some of these terminals, I believe. That is going to be a map station. Step into hologram to update map data. I'm gonna pass, just like the last time. I'm not gonna really scan for map data. Communication system offline. Analysis indicates wiring damage in 3 crucial areas. Local hostiles are likely source of damage. Unable to repair system. Security gate report. All gates remain intact. Several gates have taken considerable damage from hostile forces. Repeated assaults may lead to a gate breach in chambers A and C. Ventilation system conversion complete. Dispensing of pesticide has commenced. Pesticide is proving effective. Hostile forces decreasing in number, though still at critical levels. So I guess that green stuff must be pesticides. Wouldn't really want to be in that area, and I think Samus has her own air supply. Casualty report, Sector A. 3 troopers lost. They were unable to open Gate A1 when a gas trap was engaged and could not escape to safety. Lock malfunction is to blame. Oh, gosh, what is going on here? Well, we'll come in here, and oh geez, I like the horror vibe to it. So we have all these troopers that are just hanging there, and we have these creatures. Morphology, worker splinter drone of the splinter hive. Low threat target, generates webbing for use in its duties. The worker splinter is bred for service, not combat. It spends its time collecting foodstuffs and raw material for the hive. A layer of mucus helps to protect the creature from the toxins and chemicals it often works with. They can generate a sturdy, pliable webbing, useful in travel throughout the hive. We can scan one of these, although the fate is fairly similar for all of them. Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match. Standard human. Scans indicate this trooper died of cardiac arrest, aka a heart attack. Chemical levels in body suggest a state of extreme fear at time of death. We can blast these worker splinters. And presumably, maybe they're making that kind of weapon? Not exactly sure. Anyway. Well, here we have more troopers and evidence of some kind of attack anyway. Some of the troopers have lore logs, so we can read them. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personnel Log Entry GSGT C. Bennett. Data transfer to your logbook for further review. So let's read the log. There's something wrong with the lock systems in this section. They failed twice, locking us out until someone came along to let us in. If it happens again while we're playing bait for those things, well, at least we'll go out fighting instead of hiding in the control area. Oh, this doesn't sound good. Federation troopers are supposed to be second to none, but I guess not so. Here we have another log. We can see all the troopers. Any troopers with a red highlight when you're scanning, it will have a log entry. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personnel Log Entry SPC B. Reeves. Let's have a look. I don't like this plan. The hive is a small portion of a larger network. There may be dozens of hive systems in this like this across the planet, and they may be all linked. Destroying this one may buy us time, but it may also provoke the other hives into attacking. Oh. So, B. Reeves here. Seems like he's onto something. We can see that there are these troopers, but again, we'll just scan one. Galactic Federation Trooper, 0 life signs. Trooper's armor computer heavily damaged, unable to recover log entries. So those troopers don't have any log entries, and so they're not important to scan, or as important as the troopers with log entries. Enemy movement analysis complete. Attempt to block enemy access have been in vain. Enemy units have bypassed our gates and shields by burrowing through the earth nearby. Well, that's not good. Security breach in multiple areas. All units to full alert. Command and control center compromised. Repel invading hostiles at all costs. All units cleared to engage. Well, whatever happened, the troopers didn't survive it. Just like with Metroid Prime, we begin with some of our equipment. Engineering status log. D. Senge reporting. I've installed one of the ship's reserve power cells here. It's holding so far, but too much activity could knock it offline. I hope we don't come to that. And we got, again, more insect corpses all around. I guess this is what the troopers are fighting. And some research. A new device, bomb slot, powered system control unit. Insert the morph ball into the slot, then detonate a bomb. This will transfer energy from the slot to the device connected to it. Insert the morph ball into the slot, then detonate a bomb. This will send energy from the slot to the device connected to it. One of the things I really don't understand is that besides Samus, who uses bomb slots? You know, I've never seen space pirates or Galactic Federation troopers actually use bomb slots or any sort of device. It's a bit of a mystery to me. Alright. And now we get a cutscene. Oh, this doesn't look good. Again, this feels more like a horror game than an action-adventure game. Morphology. Dark Trooper. Deceased GF soldier. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs in this trooper and the presence of an unknown biomass. Oh, well, we can charge beam or missile. Might as well missile while we can. Yep. Now the troopers with logs won't be possessed, but the troopers without logs certainly will be. So we're just going to use missiles to take them out. Ooh. Maybe we can get some missile ammo. There we go. And go under here. We can see that the door is locked. Again, that's not a scan. Well, I mean, we can scan it, but door system access denied. Unable to bypass security codes. Seek an alternate exit. Yeah, that's just the game's way of saying don't go back the way you came. Security panel online. Gate control system restored. Moving gate to open position. So, we're going to open this way. Oh, and we can see that, you know, the broken power armor that the troopers use some charge shots will take care of them. Again, those enemies, those dark troopers, they're not terribly difficult, thankfully. And we got some crates here. We'll go through, and this doesn't look good. Got some weird mist here, and the door locks behind us. And what the heck is that? That kind of looks like us, but black and blue. It might even be Phazon and those shoulder pads there. Just a quick scan here. Scan complete. Unknown dimensional anomaly. Anomaly seems to be dimensional rift. Target destination unknown. Wow. Of course, Samus being Samus. We'll just head into the dimensional anomaly. I mean, we're traveling across space, possibly across time. Who knows? We're certainly not even in an area remotely like where we were before. It looks like Phazon, and it looks like that creature there is extracting Phazon. Oh, and again looks just like us, only a heck of a lot meaner. Oh, that doesn't bode well. It just destroyed that crystal. Clearly it thinks that, we're a goner. Uh-oh, and these creatures don't seem friendly. It looks like 12 against 1. Uh-oh, we better get out of here. I mean, nothing wrong with... Oh, we jumped out just in time. Oh. And that dimensional anomaly seems to have winked out of existence. But I believe that we have some problems. Let's do a quick check here. Alert, gear stolen by unknown creatures. Space jump thrusters offline. Wow, no more space jump. Grapple beam launcher offline. Morph ball boost offline. Oh, jeez. Power bomb generator offline. Well, that would have been useful. Missile launcher offline. Morph ball bomb module offline. All remaining systems online and active. So we have charge beam. It's too bad. We had morph ball bombs, and oh, wouldn't you look at that? There is a morph ball tunnel right there with a bombable cover on it. Ah, that just tears it. Alright, and so now really we don't even have missiles. So now we just gotta basically blast these. There's a save station over there. Or maybe not, sorry, not over there. But behind these crates, there's a save station. Oh, that poor corpse. Well. But we'll go in here. It's just like the last time. Not really interested in using save stations. Power relays connected. Elevator unit online. Step into the hologram to activate the elevator. Well, I gotta say, I really like the intro to this Metroid Prime 2. The dark atmosphere. Really enjoy it. Alright, hey, there's that weird door. Can't interface with it. Don't really want to scan it again. So I guess we'll go the only way we can. So, we'll unlock it here. Lock armor disengaged. Destroy locks to activate the gate. So again, this is a Mark 6 gate. Just destroy the 2 targets to open the gate. And we have a number of things to scan. This game, more than the others, is really picky about one-time scans, so you really want to kind of take your time to really just, see what you can scan. Let's start with this guy. Morphology, green crawly, omnivorous hunter-gatherer. Simple-minded creature, patrols turf in search of nourishment, low threat index, avoid physical contact. The cousin to the dimensional shifting crawly, the green crawly spends its days roaming in search of food. A genetic defect prevents its back crystal from harnessing energy and opening warp portals. It is doubtful the green crawly misses this ability. Well, I guess dimensional travel is just commonplace for the flora and fauna of this system. Control systems online. Industrial winch engaged. Oh, look. Yeah, so we're going to lift this industrial crate and send it on some kind of cable, thereby opening it. And we have this door here. Once again, we can't seem to do anything with it. Scan again. These ones you want to be scanned relatively at a safe distance. Research. Morphology. Splinter cocoon. Protective structure for sleeping splinters. Destroying this structure will eliminate the splinter inside, but will also alert other splinters nearby. Splinters will enter their protective cocoons when tired or sated. The cocoon is durable, but can be destroyed by weapons, fire. Destroying a cocoon will kill the splinter inside. When this occurs, the dying splinter will emit a shriek that will alert all nearby splinters in hibernation. This will drive them into battle frenzy as a defense mechanism. Well, let's have a look and see what happens. I mean, we saw the worker splinter, so let's just... yeah, look at these guys. They kind of look like cockroaches or crickets or something. Morphology. Splinter, predatory insectoid hunter. Splinters are aggressive and dangerous in numbers. Their light armor is no match for your weapons, however. When it isn't hunting, a splinter will secrete a protective cocoon around itself and enter a state of hibernation. Localized seismic disturbances will awaken the splinter, triggering a state of blood frenzy in the process. While in this state, a splinter emits pheromones that trigger frenzy in all nearby splinters. Disturbing a pack of sleeping splinters is not advisable. Oh. So, these things can be pretty darn aggressive. Well, let's just take care of that. There's that green crawly. Again, giant bugs. What is with retro studios and giant bugs? Here we have our last scan in this area. Mechanism. Mark II bridge, portable bridge system. This bridge is durable, but often locks in place, leading the Marines to call for a new design. This bridge is durable, but often locks in place, leading the Marines to call for a new design. The Mark III should enter service with the next 8 cycles, however long a cycle is. So we'll just scan the bridge. Bridge lock armor disengaged. Destroy locks to lower the bridge. More targets for us to target and shoot. Alright. So 1, 2. And the bridge will fall into place. Okay. And here we enter a tunnel. And here we have another trooper log. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry PFC M. Veroni. Data transferred. I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time, and he won't sleep. He almost shot me on watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. I talked to the doc about taking him off the line, and he told me we need all the help we can get. That's true, but if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. Well, I gotta say, I kind of side with him. I'm not sure if I was low on personnel, if having someone unreliable with me would be a benefit. This looks interesting. Object scan complete. The statue's motivator unit is functional but requires power to operate. The power beam can't energize the statue. Seek an alternate energy source. Well, that's interesting. And finally we get a nice panoramic view of the temple grounds. Some giant structure off in the distance there. And we get our crate coming with us. So, more splinters. Splinters aren't too bad. I will say, these splinters, I do find that... Ooh, I thought they emit a shriek. Well. I do actually think that the splinters are somewhat dangerous, actually. They do lunge out of nowhere. Alright. Control system online. Industrial winch engaged. Alright, so we're going to lower this crate, and... Wait a minute. That doesn't look right. Oh, it looks like the winch motor there shorted out. And it looks like there's a breach in the cable. Well, let's just shoot the cable, and hey, now we have this crate in place, so we can go ahead and proceed through. Oh, this looks different. New research. Mechanism. Mark 7 defense gate. Durable Federation barrier. Gate is composed of densium. Invulnerable to most weapons, though high yield explosives are effective. Keep that in mind. The Mark 7 defense gate is composed of denzium, invulnerable to most weapons, though high-yield explosives are effective, often used in conjunction with a remote scan control access control panel. Alright, it's kind of interesting that the gate is open there, but I guess we'll go through this area, and here we go. Gate security protocol initiated. You are cleared to proceed. Some gates will remain locked down to prevent future incursions by hostile forces. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Well, it looks like that. Oh. Got them both. So, once again, we can't go back the way we came. Oh, and more splinters. Alright. I guess we'll just go through this winding path. Another log. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry PFC El Bruta. We'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship's engines online, and atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. I certainly sincerely believe you. Really do. Comm system activated. Initiating automatic distress signal. Adjusting transmitter for optimum performance. Well, this is entirely optional, and you'll see why in a minute. Just keep in mind that we've already learned and experienced firsthand just how the atmosphere and just how intense the atmosphere is. Transmission failed due to atmospheric interference. Well, we certainly tried. Hey, more of these dark troopers. But, you know what, let's just go on ahead. Not worth fighting. Oh, jeez. That's new. Mechanism, Growler class turret, automated defense system. Lightly armored gun used for point defense. Fast targets can evade its tracking system. The GM-42 Growler class turret is a dated design, though still quite effective as a point defense system. It is lightly armored, and fast-moving targets can evade its tracking system. Several copies of the system exist, including the Space Pirate Humility-class automated turret. Ooh, I like the spinning gun there. Well, it doesn't seem to like us very well. So, just go ahead and take care of that. We'll go in this tunnel here. And have another log. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry SPC M. Angseth. Let's see what he... This is ridiculous. I can outshoot half the men here, and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a holoscreen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran. She'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. You know what? Don't be so sure about that. I bet there's a future Metroid game in the making where that's exactly what you do. Power restored to gate unit. Control circuit malfunction. Gate may operate in an erratic fashion. Well, that's just great. So we activate the gate. Oh, going through this tunnel here. Yes. And now we come across what looks to be the bulk of the Galactic Federation Marine Force here. Certainly looks like their ship, and Samus here will use her arm cannon to interface with this computer and receive a video recording of what happened. Data cycle 07.014.2 Cosmos final report. And the rest of it was too fast. While on patrol in the Dasha system, we engaged an unknown space pirate frigate. The enemy frigate was crippled, and it crashed on the planet Aether. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged by a storm, and we entered Aether's atmosphere. Oh, That looks like a formidable gunship for sure. Heavy magnetic activity during the storm disabled our ships. Upon landing, we split into 2 units, one to set up an ops. Wow, we're going fast. Each unit was doing fine, no problems, until they appeared. So I didn't get a chance to read all the text. Hopefully you get a chance to read all the text. Uh-oh. Wow. That looks like one massive swarm. They look like splinters, but they're black. Oh, dozens of them. Oh, and they're huge. Wow. That really gives you an idea for the scope here. Now, I'm a firm believer that the Galactic Federation Marine Force is a very competent fighting force. So, I think these creatures really are meant to be very fearsome and overwhelming. There are 6 trooper logs in this area that we can read. So we're going to take our time to read them and go around. Sorry, 7 researchers. So let's take our time, read all the trooper logs that we can. So, personal log entry, Captain A. Exeter. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. So, Captain A. Exeter had a plan, but is having second thoughts. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry, SPC F Triplet. Or Tripletti. The Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet once. All I know is the things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo, even Brody, and he's the stingiest grunt I know. I wonder what planet that other trooper was on. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry, PFC S. Milligan. Bruda lost the bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figured this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other pugs guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey, halt. No. Hell. And transmission ends. Oh, that's a little scary. Let's see what we got here. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry, PFC G. Haley. Oh, we've already heard about him. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep. Ever. They'll eat me. Eat. Oh, that sends a chill up my spine when I read that. Alright, Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry, Lieutenant Corporal J. Brody. Man, I hope that this is the only breeding ground for those things. If there's more, we're in big trouble. We had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 2 more. There's one up here. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry, PFC I. Cranny. Last night at Chow, Angseth started talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base, that's all. But if she wants to believe in this Samus, or Bigfoot, or Santa Claus, she can. Oh, I'm insulted. Alright. And we can scan. Oh yes, this is Yep, this is the 7th scan here. Wait, let's begin that again. Starship GFS tier, Anher class space patrol ship. Used to transport Galactic Federation Marines. Vessel has sustained heavy combat damage. The Anher class is a state-of-the-art warship designed to police and defend planetary systems. This ship, the GFS tier, has been heavily damaged. It appears that the crew have dismantled parts of the tier as well, possibly for use as makeshift defense systems. If I were crash landed on a planet, I would certainly do that as well. We can scan this, doors to open position, access to map station granted. Well, again, we're not accessing the map station, but what we can do, actually, you know what, I'm forgetting something very crucial. This yellow crate over here. And here we have missile launcher. So, it's in this landing site that we get missiles. Of course, it's also that this. Oh, hello. A new creature. Morphology: Dark Splinter, Darkling possessed insectoid predator. The alien symbiote within the splinter augments its strength and durability. Threat level raised. Target is host to a parasitic bioform. The presence of the parasite increases the target's overall combat threat level. Concentrate weapons fire will damage the target. Well, since we got some missiles, let's put them to use. Ooh. Oh, these are certainly tough creatures. The original Splinter was quite a bit tougher. Well, okay. And I guess we're not getting any missile ammo. So I'll make our way here. And come across this interesting device. Xenotech. Kinetic orb cannon fires small spherical objects at high speeds. Scan interface panel to bring the cannon online. Then enter the hologram to fire. Well, power restored to kinetic orb cannon. So, kinetic orb cannon, that's a little weird. Alright, so let's enter the kinetic orb cannon. And hey, this launches us all the way over here. And how convenient. There's this shield here that we can blast with a missile. These crates, I think, always hold missiles, so might as well. And we get our last trooper log. So it's nice that we get all the trooper logs out of the way. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry, PFC E. Dennis. I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive, but when I got to the ship, everyone was gone, dead. I'm heading for that alien building we saw earlier. Maybe someone can help me there. Wait, something's moving down there. Hello? Oh, that's scary. Well, let's just take this tunnel, since he's blocking the other one, and oh, here come some of my favorite creatures. Morphology: War Wasp, Cunning Aerial Hunter. Airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. Target can fire blasts of energy at foes. Oh, so it's the kind that shoots energy blasts. The War Wasp rarely strays far from its hive unless it is pursuing an immediate threat. It attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive bombing its enemy with stinger extended. Fast-working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. If it battles foes at range, it will fire bursts of potent energy. Yeah, so just target these and avoid the stingers. Oh, yep, I do not like war wasps. Got some of these pots. What are these pots doing here? Oh, there we are. That's what I'm looking for. Power restored to kinetic orb cannon. Unit locked in current firing position. Auto fire feature disabled. Or enabled, I mean. Alright. And once again, we can't go back the way we came because just a quick look around. How on earth are we supposed to get across there? Oh well. So we'll go in here, and we have a new scan here. Morphology: War Wasp Hive, organic domicile for insect predators. Destroying this structure will eliminate war wasps inside. Explosive weapons can damage it. War wasps require considerable amounts of sleep after a long hunt. They weave a protective hive from organic fluids they secrete themselves, then crawl inside to rest. Though safe from most predators, the hives can be damaged by explosive weapons. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, we will definitely be blowing those up. I cannot stand war wasps, as you guys learned from the last game. So there's 3 hives, and what we need to do, oh gosh, oh there it is. Power stored to kinetic orb cannon. Unit locked in current firing position. Auto fire feature enabled. Yep. You crazy bugs. That's okay. So where is the kinetic orb? Of course, there it is. Where am I going? So we'll step in the kinetic orb cannon. Oh, well, that just tears it. So we got more war wasps. Really, the whole point of the war wasps really is to make sure that we have a source of missiles, like so. And what we're supposed to do is fire a missile at that to weaken it, so that when we use the kinetic orb cannon again, we just go right in and shatter the darn thing. And we'll go around here. One of the things I realized I forgot to scan was this thing. Not that it's important. Morphology: destroyed war wasp hive, compromised insect dwelling. This hive has been heavily damaged. Only remnants of the cocoon shall remain. Alright, but we also have this thing. Bioscan complete. Target has been dead for 8 cycles. Trace amounts of unknown chemical present in target. It has an effect similar to mummification on dead biomatter. Further analysis required to determine chemicals' effect on living biomatter. Well, this creature here is mummified in some way. Alright. And power relays connected, elevator unit online. So we're heading up to a new area, the Great Temple. Alright. Here we have more of these mummified creatures. Bioscan complete. Target has been dead for 8.1 cycles. Despite the presence of local animals, target corpse has not been disturbed. Scans suggest the presence of a toxic biochemical within the target. This may explain the lack of carrion feeding. Ah, poor guy. Or girl, or whatever you are. Bioscan complete. Target has been dead for 8.1 cycles. Target size and muscle mass suggest heavy combat training. It's likely that it was a warrior of some kind. The lack of gear, armor, or weapons is curious. Perhaps they were taken by others of its kind? That is weird. Now, if you want, you can attempt to scan these, but personally I find that these creatures are really tough to scan. You can go in there for a save station, but we'll forgo that and instead enter this chamber. Looking around, let's just go ahead, and we're in some kind of trap. Looks like we've engaged in some kind of not these things again. So we see the splinters, and then we see that there are these creatures that come out of nowhere, literally, to engage and turn them into these dark splinters. So just keep them targeted. Oh, yikes. Again, on normal mode, this isn't too bad. Oh, there you are. Let's just use some charge beam shots. And, oh, you remind me of the plated beetle in that the way you charge. Morphology, Alpha Splinter, alpha male of a warpack. Gigantic predator, very swift and strong, it uses ramming attacks to defeat its foes. Splinter warpacks are dominated by the largest male. Alpha Splinters use their tremendous strength, size, and speed to subdue and kill prey, paving the way for their smaller broodlings. Great. So we now have to fight you. Oh, and I actually do find that you are... Ouch. You are very threatening. What is going on with you? Let's have a look at... Ooh, new creature. Morphology, Dark Alpha Splinter, alpha male of a Darkling Warpack, gigantic predator with symbiote enhanced strength, speed, and armor. Splinter alpha males are the first to be targeted for Darkling possession. Dark Alpha Splinters grow in strength and durability, making them an even greater threat than normal. Great, so this time we're gonna use... oh. So use a combination of charge beam shots and missiles. Oh, I'm out of missiles. Of course, no help for that. But be careful, try to avoid its attacks. And what the? This is different. Weird ball of light. What is this thing? Another morph ball? Unknown technology. Well, sure. Good advice is always that whenever you encounter something unknown on the internet, don't click on it, don't touch it, just keep away from it. But in video games, of course, unknown technology, let's interface with it. System alert, unknown item acquired. Alien technology is bonded to armor systems. Threat scan complete. No negative impact on suit performance. Well, that's good. I mean, normally we shouldn't bond alien technology, but like I said, in video games, we just do the exact opposite of what common sense says. Power relays connected. Elevator unit online. Step into hologram to activate the elevator. Alright, so here we have an elevator. Once again, the elevator here, there are no enclosures. Alright, and we come across something very strange. What in the world is this? Oh, and Samus has good instincts. I never would have guessed that there is a creature there. Do not be afraid. I am Umos, sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear our world's peril. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet, Aether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. That seems eerily similar to what happened on Talon 4. Where once there was one Aether, there were now two, one of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. Oh, that's weird. It was the end of peace on Aether, for a new race was born that day on the Dark World, one filled with hate and terrible power. They were the Ing. The Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Aether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world, half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. I guess I guess he's a friend, or at least a newfound ally. Before you arrived, the Ing had stolen a device from us. Hey, that glowy thing. One that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. Wow, yikes. Maybe it's a good thing we have it. But fortune smiles upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. Great. So what are we supposed to do with it? With it, you can help us. Help us restore our world. Yeah, okay. I'm in the business of helping others. You're our only hope, Samus. Oh, no pressure once again. Should we fall, the Ing will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. Gee, you know, nice sense of optimism there. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I have also updated your translator module. You can now access devices and doors coded with violet holograms. Many lands are now open to you. Prepare well for your journey. The Ing now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. May the light of Aether shine upon you. Energy fully replenished. So, no pressure. Find these 3 temples, gain this planetary energy, restore it back to Aether. Yeah, again, no problem. No pressure, just save the world. Alright. Morphology: Luminoth, Umos, indigenous sentient species of planet Aether. Subject is Umos, a sentinel of the Luminoth, guardian of his species in this sacred temple. Subject is Umos, a sentinel of the Luminoth. His hands indicate numerous beneficial abilities, including heightened reflexes, durability, psionics, and flight. Ability to generate and manipulate energy on par with that of the Chozo. Dating scan suggests an age of 2.15 centicycles. Yes, 215 years. Only known active member of the species, remaining Luminoth locked in protective stasis until crisis is resolved. Well, and we have this thing. Now, object analysis complete. This is a regional energy controller. Unit regulates planetary energy in this sector and is linked to a global energy network. Energy controllers were built by the Luminoth to regulate Aether's planetary energy. Several wonders are powered by the energy controllers, including a weather control grid and a teleportation system. When Dark Aether was born, it too had energy controllers, all linked to that world's planetary energy. Yikes. Well, so this is a temple here, and pretty much all temples will have one of these. Luminoth lore translated, origins. It is told that the Luminoth were not born of Aether, but of the stars. In the early days, we roamed the greatness of the void, bathing in the glorious light of 1,000 stars. We met a vast number of enlightened minds, the Nekren, the Isla, and the Chozo among them. Each of them, we found, had claimed the homeworld and formed a deep bond with it. In time, we decided to do the same. So it seems like all these really ancient races, they just find these planets, decide to call it their home. The malevolent ones try to form a spiritual bond with their new homeworlds. Well, we're on our way. So now we have access to the Violet Translator module. By the way, if we scan on the outside, object scan complete. Units identified as hibernatic stasis chambers. Life signs of hibernating bioforms within the chambers are steady. Chambers are made of a number of exotic metals. It would be quite difficult to breach them with conventional weapons. So it seems Umos is the only member who is awake. and actively fighting these Ing creatures. Pathway to Aegon. Beyond the pathway to Aegon sector, the pathway to Aegon sector lies. All right. So Umoth is actively working to fight the Ing. Everyone else is just in stasis for their protection. Especially with the possession abilities, it makes sense. Mechanism: light flyer, light generating flyer. Target mechanoid is quite durable. It can fire bursts of energy in combat. The light flyer is an aggressive flying drone. Once loyal to the Luminoth, it will now fire a burst of energy at any living thing within range. It generates light at all times, making it somewhat easy to target. This is a theme, or I should say an ongoing observation throughout the entire game here, that we have these mechanoids on Aether, or mechanisms, that in normal circumstances should work just fine, but for whatever reason they malfunction. So that's interesting. The power relay is connected, elevator unit online. Step into the hologram to activate the elevator. Okie dokie. Yeah, say, you know, if Samus has a power suit to protect her from those sorts of things, but the way those elevators operate, you couldn't pay me enough money to ride one. Let this gateway forever protect our sacred temple. May you find enlightenment and peace. Excellent. So we're here at Transport B, and we need to go, and can never quite remember which way to go. So we need to go to the temple assembly site. Nope, that's the compound. So we need to go to the right. But before we do, one of the things I forgot to mention on our way there. Oh, yep. As soon as splinters come into play, we're not going to be seeing splinters much longer. They're always going to be these possessed versions of the same thing. So the goal here now is that Alright, so here we have another door. Let's open her up, and we get energy tank. Permanently increases your maximum energy capacity by 100 units. Boy, energy tanks will come very handy with Metroid Prime 2. Metroid Prime 2 of the trilogy is considered the most challenging game of the three. So definitely it's worthwhile to try and collect as many energy tanks as you can along the way. So we have energy tanks. We'll go through this this tunnel here. That Crawley again, and there it is. Beyond this door, the path to the Aegon Waste lies. Once fertile plains, now stands scorched and ruined by war. May life thrive there again one day. So we'll open this door. And we have a scan of Luminoth lore. Luminoth data pack translated J. Fami's Testament. I'm probably not really pronouncing that very well, but I'm just going to run with it. Final entry, Warrior J. Fami. Their army swells. Beasts and rogue machines join the ranks of the Horde, all eager to bring death to the Luminoth. The Ing send these new additions to the industrial site to do battle with me, while they watched from safety. Cowardly mongrels. My only regret in death is that I did not live to see the day of their defeat. May it come soon. Notice in the log that the word industrial was highlighted. This is a clue that we are in the industrial site, and that there is something special about the industrial site that we are going to learn about much later. Right. There are a couple things here that are easy to overlook. First off, there's a Luminoth lore tucked away over here. Luminoth lore translated our heritage. Our search for a home took us through the cosmos. For many a great cycle we roamed, yet a place to call our own eluded us. In time we began to despair, feeling the search was in vain. We considered remaining among the stars until a scout returned, with news of a world unlike any other. When we beheld Aether for the first time, so great was her beauty that we forsook the stars forever to live upon her surface. From that day forth, the Luminoth were of Aether, our blessed paradise. And I will say that if we look across, it does look, it's just a map here, just a painting, but it does look quite nice. And the second thing that's easy to miss is this thing, missile expansion. Increase the number of missiles you can carry by 5. This game, unlike the previous game, the maximum is 255, not 250. But that's quite alright. And then we will scan elevator systems online. Access to Aegon Waste granted. Step into the hologram to activate. And we will access the Aegon Waste. So the general gist of the game is to visit these 3 temples. Aegon Waste is the first. Find the energy controller in the dark world, and gain the energy and restore the temple on Aether here. And we will continue in the next video.